trailer park ham. Hey, I'm not cheap, I'm just frugal. The repair, after I sat it down and tried to glue it by putting something heavy on it and everything, it still didn't work. The case is too bent from being run over by a car. Right, it's U-shaped almost, and I can't make the adhesive stick properly. So I ordered a new back, and since I'm gonna have it broken that far down, I'm gonna go ahead and replace that charging port place where it was busted too. Tonight I got the new iPad in that has all the parts. I got this for 11 bucks, right? Because it's busted, right? But it's got a good back, and it's got a good screen. That's all I need. All right, here we are. This is the iPad that I got. Already took this off. Look, this guy ripped it. Right, see how that's ruined? Now this screen is ruined because of that. The button's still good. You can always use that, but the digitizer's no good. Right, luckily they're cheap. And also I got a cup this time so I don't lose screws. So this is a 64 gigabyte, and so if I can, I'd like to use the memory and stuff out of here. It depends if it's locked. So we're gonna start taking these screws out. Okay, so on this one, we actually have to take the screen off. The last time when we repaired the last one, we left the screen hooked up. For this one, we can't. We actually have to pull the screen off. Now, I was told that this has a crack in it, but I don't see a crack anywhere. So remember, the one that got ran over by the car has pit holes in it. So I think what we're gonna do is swap out these. Try not to touch it because, you know, it's really hard to get the... Yeah, sure enough, see, the battery's missing. One of the batteries is gone. Right, so we'll... Oh, we need the standard now. Wherever it is. Hopefully this is it. Yep. Remember, oh, look at this. It's not even in all the way. See that? It's not even in all the way. Oh, look at that. It's busted. It's gone. The lock is gone. That's not good. Well, that means that I definitely cannot use this guy. The lock that... That sort of sucks. Yeah, the lock is gone. So that means we're just going to pull up on this. Pull over like that. So, whoops. So we can grab a hold of this right here and pull out. Just like that. Now be very careful with your screen. Set it somewhere where it won't get ruined. So we can see the problem on the other one was that this is no good, right? The grounding contacts, but this one's fine. This case is straight, so okay, this digitizer has to come off so we can. Your fingernails work better than most things. You have to undo the glue, and once the glue's out, pull. And it should, if those are up, and they are, oh, the tape, forgot about the tape. I should tell you, you know, you carry electrical charge in yourself, and especially there's TVs, there's all these things around. So before you start messing around in any electronics anywhere, ground yourself, touch metal, right? Okay, so that you don't have a static charge in your body. And we're gonna save this tape because we can use it when we're putting it back together. That's static free tape and stuff, so we want that. All right, now it should come out. There we go. It's a bummer that that's ruined. Somebody that didn't know what they were doing ruined it. All right, so now we don't know really if this has been locked or what. It's got 64 gigs in this, right? So right now what we're going to do is we're going to set this aside. We're going to grab the other one that we're repairing. Now remember, we just put the screen and everything back together on this, but the problem is that this is so bent. I don't know if you can see it. It's horseshoe bent from getting run over, that I can't make the adhesive stick. Right, so we're going to take it back apart, which is going to be pretty easy to do because, and this digitizer is brand new, so we don't want to ruin it or loot or anything. So just set it up and lean it over. Then we're going to take this screen out. Alright, so now the same thing on this one. Remember that it is attached as well down here. And see, we're going to need this battery. We might take all these batteries, I'm not sure. Take this off of here, like so. Go ahead and stick that to this. Click this up, like so. Like that. And this should come right out. Just like that. Now we know that this screen is all pitted. See, it's all pitted. But I'm not sure if that screen's any good. So I'm going to be careful with this one as well, because even though it's pitted, it does work. Okay, so next is the digitizer has to come out. Click the black things up. Right? Ground yourself because you're around electronics. There's the digitizer. It's now out. Now I got fingerprints all over the back of that. Now next is that we're going to have to take the undo the battery pack. Alright, so the battery died, but okay, so where were we? Alright, so now we have to take out the logic board first. So we want to take out all this stuff on this side first, over here. Where's my, okay, you can't see it. Okay, right here, this stuff first, and there's going to be a screw there and a screw there, and then we have a screw right here, and then one right here. But you don't want to take out this one until you pull out the peripheral ribbon. And once you take the ribbon out, and then you take this screw out, this little board will come right out. All right, and then it's a matter of getting the battery pack out. Now here's the thing, most people, you know, they bend these batteries when they're pulling them out. We can't do that because we got to use these batteries. All right, so we're gonna start with this here. There's the antenna. This just unplugs this way. And I'm missing my little screwdriver, I'll tell you what. Alright, so now this is the lightning bolt connector, or it's not lightning bolt on this model, but alright, so now we got that done. So now we can take off these other screws. Notice they're smaller than the other ones were. And now we want to stop and take this off. It's better than metal. They just come right up, see? With your fingernail, if you have a fingernail. Now, this part It's best to disconnect this a little bit first, if you can. We could undo this screw right here. That would undo this whole thing, but we're going to try to do it without doing that. Now remember, we need this, so we don't want to ruin it. Right, so we've got to be careful. Once I have it that far, I should be able to lift up on it a little bit and then pull it out. There we go. And it's out. Now we have that much done, we can pull this last one off here. And now the logic board should come right out. And it does. Now remember, look, even that's bent. Isn't that amazing? Don't try to bend it back. That's just too bad. What a bummer, huh? Alright, so at this point, this is where we're at. Now, notice this right away. My first plan was to replace one piece of this battery, but look, you can't do that. You can't replace just one piece of the battery. This is all, see that? This is broken. It's been pulled off of the battery. There's no doing that. So we got to replace the whole battery pack. Alright, so let's switch again. So this one, don't forget, is the all we really want out of this one is the case and the port. Now you got to remember about these batteries. These batteries, if they open up, right? If they open up and the cadmium or whatever's in there, it gets oxygenated. In other words, it gets to the open area, it'll probably catch on fire, and it'll be a hot fire. So you got to be careful. There we go. This is next. The battery pack has to come out. So we have this handy dandy tool here. As you can see, there's 2 rows, and we don't ever want to bust into the battery pack itself. And this has a little ridge on it, so it pushes the battery up a little bit. So you can just go straight down. Terminal is also glued in. This is also glued in, so you have to. Now you got to be careful on the back, right on this last one, because you don't want to go so far that you damage your wire, your ribbon, right? Because you damage that ribbon and you're done. That should be enough for this to come out. There we go. There we go. Now this is the bad battery pack. There is no fixing this, really. See that? It's busted. I don't know what I guess I'll turn these in because they're too bad. They're not swollen at all. They're good batteries. All right, so this is a part. This is the back that we're going to use and all the gear that we're going to use. And so now we'll switch over again. Now we're to the point here also to where we need to take out the batteries. Right, so which would be my guess how that guy destroyed this is because this is glued in also, right? And if you don't know that, you might pull this tab right off, which is what he did. So now we're going to try to just pry it up from here very slowly. There's one. Very slowly. Do not want to bend these batteries. And there we go. There's the battery pack. And there's the bent. Now we can put this back in. Try to get it straight because that glue's gonna stick, right? Don't push down on the battery yet. Okay, because you want to, before you push down on that battery and have that glue stick, you want to put your logic board back in. So, which logic board was it? Well, it's a good thing that, well, we could try to use this logic board. What do you think? 64 gigs. Since we don't really have to assemble the whole thing to make it come on. Right, we'll just slap it back together for a second and see if it's worth using.
Remember, I am your best friend. I'll love you till the end. You are in my hand. Remember, I'll be there when you call. I'll lift you when you fall.
And it doesn't look good. Oh, look at that. That whole thing is broken, which I didn't see before. So it's all messed up inside. So we can't use this one. So now we're going to backtrack.
You'll never be alone. You can call me home. I'll be yours forever. I'll be yours forever.
Okay, now push the batteries in place. Should be good. Push the tape back down. Ribbon. Let's put the there we go, snapped right in. Did you hear it? snapped right in.
And remember, I am your best friend. I'll love you till the end.
It should be good enough.
I'll be yours for
Okay, now back where we were a second ago. This is the one that we're hoping. Oh, well, look. The tab's gone off of it. So right away,
just remember.
it probably doesn't work.
Just remember.
See, that should have came on. Alright, so this screen is probably no good at all. That's a bummer. So we're forced to use this one. Still, there it goes. See, that one came on. Now we're going to try again. Digitizer, we only have one that's good. Well, okay, so I don't know if you can see the Apple sign. Here we go, we got it up and going. I don't know why this thing won't stay level. I'll have to tighten that up. Okay, so now all we got to do now is simply put the screws back in. Right, and by the way, I don't know if you noticed or not, I accidentally put the display ribbon below the digitizer ribbon, but it goes the opposite way. You have to make sure that the digitizer ribbon is below the screen ribbon. All right. So we're just about done now. Do the best you can with what you have where you're at. All right. And now all you have to do is push it down in place. That should be it. Look at that. Wow. It's amazing how well it fits when it's not warped. And it's adhered and it works. Oh, I'm not going to show you that. Make sure that the stop home button works. There we go. It works. So, oops. Let's try one of these other ones. That one. I don't know if it's any good anymore. And close it. Hey, 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 it works. Come on, close. There we go. Just like new. Okay, so we just replaced the battery and everything on that iPad, and now it works fine because we needed a frame, a back that the car didn't run over so that it would stick. But $11, right? $11 is what I fixed it for. So there we go. I'm not cheap. I'm just frugal. See you later.